but it was time for a change. In February I turned 40, and this is the beginning of a whole new world for me. I cannot wait to find out what happens next. I am learning so much from all of this, and this has been a lot of fun for me. My family and friends mean a tremendous amount to me. I adore my nieces and nephews. They are truly my world. I used to tell their mothers that they only gave birth to them. They're really my kids. And yes, I did brainwash them. If you ask them who's their favorite aunt in the whole wide world, they're going to say it's me. And they have a lot of aunts, so I'm just saying. Luke, Brittany, TJ, Brita, and Joey. They range in age from 21 to 15. I have two of them are in college. One of them is in Annapolis. One of them is in nursing school. Luke and Brittany. TJ decided to go into the Army full-time. He's a cavalry scout. He is currently stationed up in Alaska. He actually just got back from Afghanistan. We hope to see him very soon. I miss him very much. Brita is a senior in high school. We actually just went prom dress shopping, and that was an adventure in and of itself. Not only am I Brita's aunt, but I'm also her godmother. And so my opinion holds some weight, apparently. It also helps that of the family, in the family, I'm the flashy one. So her mom's a little conservative. So she wanted a little backup. Her mom said she wanted backup, but it was really Brita she wanted the backup. Joey is a sophomore in high school. He got into football a few years ago, which was really good for him. He's a big kid. He is going to be, his doctor says, probably in the 6'8" range. He's going to be a tall kid, which is extremely funny because both of his parents are short. So he is 15 years old. He is already 6 feet tall. He is he's always been a big kid. Now he's a big muscular kid. He is one solid mass of boy. And he plays on the football team. He is a lineman, and he is very good at it. This seems to be his niche. He used to be very shy, and he kind of got picked on because, you know, when you're the big kid, you're either the bully or you're picked on. Joey's passive, which is funny considering he went into football, but he's basically a passive kid, and he didn't want to hurt anybody. So he found that football was a good way for him to come out of his shell. He gets to talk to people, and he's made a lot of good friends, and it's worked out well for him. And then we have my daughter Kimberly. Kimberly is 5. She is 5 going on 50. She is a piece of work. She truly is. She's smarter than any kid I have ever met in my life, and I know that as a parent, that's something a lot of parents say, but I'm telling you, she's scary smart. She remembers things that we have long forgotten, but it comes out at the appropriate moment. She's that kind of scary smart. This is the kid. She will be the President of the United States if she chooses to do so, and she will take over the world. She truly will, and I won't be surprised. So mark my words, Kimberly Todd, she's gonna take over the world. It's my kid. My husband Ed and I met 14 years ago. We met at work. We also had ever dated anybody we ever worked with. That was one of my rules. I had a hard and fast rule: you don't date somebody you work with. Chicken truck, really? We met because of a corporate merger. The company I worked for, A1 Ambulance Service, the company he worked for, Hudson Valley Ambulance, was bought by a larger company called Community Medical Transportation Incorporated. We were all purchased, we were all merged, we both dispatched at the time. I met him on a Wednesday, and we were going out by Saturday. Again, not something that I do very often, but apparently it worked out for us. Ed is a veteran. He retired from the Army National Guard out of Pennsylvania, Honesdale, Pennsylvania. He was a sergeant, and he was in the mechanized infantry. His best friend did the same damn thing. I am incredibly proud of my husband. When he had to go to Bosnia for 18 months prior to Kimberly being born, it was a hard 18 months, but I couldn't be prouder of him. I will shout it from the rooftops how much military service means to him. It means to our family. Obviously, we have some people that are going in, and even though this is a scary time to do it, it's the right thing to do, and you can't get more proud of a family than I am of mine. Ed and I have been married for 10 years. We have the kind of relationship that it's pretty funny. Sometimes the roles are a little reversed because I can be a little pushy. I could be a little bossy. I admit it. I am very bossy. I'm a control freak. I absolutely am. Proud of it. I try to keep it in check, but it is me. And he embraces that. So he's a funny guy. And even when I'm mad at him, it doesn't last very long because he will do something so minute that will get me laughing. So it's a good relationship to have, and I'm very glad that I found him and that he found me. My parents. My parents are great people. I love them. I truly do. They're also my friends. We have a very unique relationship in as though we all live in the same house, but it is not the same. It's not the same relationship that a lot of people do. You know, when your kid moves back into your house, it's like, oh, well, you know, it's their rules. There are no rules here. We actually all coexist very nicely. When I was in labor, my mother told me she was going to retire so I didn't have to worry about daycare, because I am incredibly possessive, especially when it comes to the kids and the family, and especially my child. I don't like people taking, when we had cats, I don't like strangers looking at my cats. I think I'm going to let them look at my kid. So my mom retired to take care of my daughter, and her grandfather, sometimes just once a year. He lives down in Fort Myers, Florida, but they talk often, and we keep in contact with him. He's a good guy. I like my father-in-law. I really do. He's very much like his son. So my parents, my dad is technically my stepfather. I moved in with my parents when I was 13 years old. So this poor man, not only did he have a ready-made family, he got to raise a teenager. And I was not a great teenager. But he muddled through, and he's an electronics engineer. I have built-in tutors, and it was a good thing. He's a good guy. But he's my pop. He's Poppy. He'll always be Poppy. And you can't pick a better dad than him. My mom is probably my best friend. She and I talk about everything. We're together all the time. My sisters get mad. But too bad. That's us. So that's me, Charlie Todd. Nice getting to know you.